This is a game review of Magnus Carlsen versus Alireza Firouzja in the 2021 World Rapid and Bliss Championship. So this is the Rapid Championship. Magnus is playing with the white pieces and Alireza is playing with the black pieces. Magnus said recently that he would consider not playing the next World Chess Championship unless it was against Alireza Firouzja. So this is a big game. So this is using the chess.com game review feature. It just tells you if the moves were good, bad, inaccurate, mistake, or blunder. So we'll go through the moves. So the game started with Magnus playing e4. You have c6, d4, d5, e5, bishop f5, c4, e6, knight c3. So this is the Caro-Kann defense advanced variation. Knight e7. So it looks like I played this line 3 times and I lost all 3. But in the master games, a3 seems to be the best chance to win, but the next move played was actually h3, and the computer considers that to be the best move. Knight d7, knight f3, bishop g6, b3, knight f5, bishop e2, bishop b4, bishop b2, considered good, but d2 would have been better. Castles, f6, strongest option. a3, excellent, kicks the bishop away. Bishop a5, says that e7, just moving back, would have been better. C captures d5, c captures d5, e captures f6, queen captures f6. Considered an inaccuracy, says that knight captures f6 would have been better. Rook c1, knight h4, knight captures h4, queen captures h4. b4 attacks the bishop, bishop d8, bishop g4, bishop f5, bishop captures f5, rook captures f5. So it looks like black is in a more attacking position. The evaluation bar is slightly favoring white at this point, though, because the pieces are more developed, the knight, the bishop, and both rooks, whereas Alireza has one rook in the corner doing nothing at the moment. So you have queen e2, knight f8, knight d1, and the accuracy says that rook that's to c2 would have been better. Bishop b6, knight e3, rook g5, f4, attacking the rook. Rook g3 is considered an inaccuracy. It says that rook g6 would have been better. So now you have king to h2, rook g6, knight to g4, a brilliant move. Queen d8, so after queen d8, you have a4, marching towards the bishop, bishop c7, b5, bishop d6, rook c3, rook c8, exchange of rooks with rook captures c8, queen captures c8, knight e5, considered a mistake. It says that rook to f3 would have been better. I suppose preparing a rook lift of some sorts. So let's see what it says the line would be actually. Let's show. So it just thinks the rook is just better on the third rank. And then it would have made its way to help support this pawn. But knight to e5 was played, rook f6, rook c1 to take the file from the queen, queen d8, g3, rook f5, Queen d3, considered a mistake. Says h4 would have been better. g5, a mistake. Says that capturing a knight would have been better. Knight to g4, a mistake. Says that bishop a3 would have been better. King g7, great move. Knight e3, rook f7, f5, pushing that pawn forward. Queen d7, rook f1. And then we have h6, which is considered a blunder. King g2, king g8, another blunder, according to chess.com engine. And believe I tried to run it at depth 30, it wouldn't let me, so this is depth 18. Knight g4, king g7, f6 with check, king h8, knight captures h6, rook h7, attacking the knight, knight g4, queen e8, bishop a3, bishop captures a3, queen captures a3, queen c8, rook c1, taking the file from the queen, queen e8, knight e5, king g8. And you may wonder, like, oh, well, why not just play this fork right here and let's see what happens if you fork. Then you're just giving up your advanced pawn for, it says f7 check is good because they have to take with the rook. If you take with the queen, that would just be really good for white. So you either have to move and give away the queen for nothing, or give up your rook. But white would still be ahead here. But white played the better move, which is queen at f3. And so now black gets out of the way. You have a double up with a rook to f1. King h8, queen e3, sorry about that, queen c8, rook f2, g4, h4, rook h5, knight f7, check. It says that queen f4 would have been better. So let's check out that line. So with queen f4, you're just really pushing a pawn up and creating checkmating threats. But instead, we had knight to f7, king g8, knight to g5, and actually in this position, Alireza resigned the game because there's not much of a counterattack possibility and not much to be done. So Magnus defeats Alireza, and I believe this was round 7 of the World Rapid Championship. So we're excited to see how they both perform in the rest of the championship, and potentially see who will be crowned the World Rapid Champion. We hope to cover more games, bring you some more exciting games. So thanks for checking out this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and consider sharing it with your family and friends. Thank you.